This is Mark Sims, everybody. Mark Sims, host of Just a Few Questions. And Salim Muwakkil, I lost my train of thought because we were talking off mic here, whatever, off camera, what do we call off the podcast? First, let's talk about your radio show. Talk about the Salim Muwakkil show real quick.
Well, the idea behind the show, brother, is like, I opened up with Coltrane, the aesthetic of improvisation. That's my idea, is that people call with issues that they want to talk about, and I have to be knowledgeable about whatever issues they talk about, so we can kind of riff on it. And it's improvisational. I try to keep it without a theme, so that people can entertain their own particular issues and air them, and we can have intelligent discussions on a variety of issues. That's really the attraction of the show. That's that's the point I'm trying to make, is that we have to be wide ranging and eclectic and improvisational.
So you say the callers can you may let them pontificate, but you don't let them verbally defecate.
That's a good way to put it, man. That's a good way to put it. I want them to get their views out so we understand where they're coming from, and I don't want to discredit whatever view they have. We discuss it and the pros and cons as logically as we can, and as respectfully as we can.
We were talking on the first part of the interview was the first podcast was about spirituality. And I did not know you were going to go to reparations, which was deep. Which is that's the beauty of this. And we established that you need to be spiritual, which is nice, but you also need some money. And
yes.
so with all this crazy laissez-faire capitalism we have, hopefully we're coming to an end of it, beginning to come to an end of it after this Trump Pence experience is over, or experiment, whatever term you want to use. So you think, because we're going to have fewer churches in this country, in the United States, people are becoming less religious and quote more spiritual, which means different things for different people. But do you think that if America, I got this from Sadhguru, if America would meditate, if most Americans, let's say about 70% or even 60% of Americans, I'm not talking about prayer, I'm talking about straight up, whatever form of meditation you want to do, meditate. Would that solve some of the social and monetary issues of this country?
I think it would help calm down some of the agitation, the kind of psychic agitation you see that is causing a lot of our social disruption and our cultural friction. Much of that, this ego-based agitation is a result of us being hypnotized, really, by phenomena, the drone of phenomena. We simply get caught into it. People call it unconsciousness. Really, that's really what it is. We get caught into the dynamics of phenomena and don't take time to sit back and understand where we fit in all of this. And that's what meditation helps people do. It helps us dwell in a presence rather than to be swept along by the waves of phenomena. And if you do that, you can see yourself as an actor in a lot of these the drama, the contemporary dramas that are produced in America and across the world. We get caught up in these dramas because we simply let ourselves, we're hypnotized by it. We don't sit back. We don't take the time to understand that we're playing a part in much of this because rather than looking at our own reaction, see, we're observing all of this stuff, and what meditation helps you do is dwell or subsist as the observer, watching it, and not get pulled into it. because when you get pulled into it, that's when you simply contribute to the chaos. And so when Sadhguru says that if people meditated, they would help alleviate some of the chaos, I think that's a correct perspective, because you when you pull back, you see it moving. You don't get involved in it.
Salim Muwakkil, there are so many gurus and meditation videos and so many different ways to meditate and all this. It's so confusing at times. I do like Sadhguru, but it's another gentleman, and let's face it, most of these people are gentlemen, gentlemen, men.
That's right.
Don't get me started about that.
Yeah.
Mooji.
Now, incidentally, that was one of the refreshing things about Marianne Williamson in the presidential race, is she's talking some of this, and she's a female.
Well, she did the Course in Miracles many years ago, and that's a claim to fame among many. Mooji, how you pronounce Mooji's name?
Mooji.
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 Mooji. You hit me to Mooji. That's why I followed you, my leader and teacher, Salim Muwakkil. You hit me to him, and he's cool, and he's really relaxing, but it doesn't really matter what type of meditation we do. It doesn't matter what type of meditation an individual does to quiet the noise and just chill out.
The thing that distinguishes Mooji from a lot of other cats is that Mooji is a disciple of Maharishi Ramana Maharishi, and basically their form of meditation is what they call self-inquiry, self-inquiry. The idea of finding out the origin of your consciousness, dwelling in your own, trying to find out your own, who am I, essentially. That is the essential aspect of the meditation, who am I? But it's not a mantra of who am I, like who am I? Like there are some meditations that are mantras. They ask you to repeat certain phrases so that you become one-pointed in your thinking. But what Mooji's method is deeper than that. It's to inquire and find the essential identity, that sense of identity that we all share. It's that consciousness that we all share. Like when in the Bible, when they say I am that I am, it's that I am that he's talking about. And finding that is a powerful form of meditation itself. And once you contact that so-called I am, the idea of meditation becomes a lot easier. And that's why Mooji is such a popular figure, because his methods of meditation are direct, what they call a direct method, and a lot of people have an affinity for that.
Well, I know that I have a chatter brain. My mind does not stop chattering.
All of us do, man.
That's what they say. And so it's tough to sit there. I have trouble sitting there. A lot of people can't. They don't have a quiet home to sit and be quiet. They have a home of chaos. Radio, TV, always going on. It's just nothing but drama. And so for me, it's just
that drone phenomenon, man, that I'm talking about.
Yeah, and that's my struggle. And one thing I got hooked on Sadhguru, because he said, "Don't worry about that. Just sit there and maybe at some point you'll chill." But I'm going to go back to Mooji, right? How you say it?
Mooji. Mooji.
I'm gonna go back to that because I'm still I'm like you. As I get older,
he has some good guided meditations, man, that are very helpful.
I know I got to sit there for like 20 minutes, man. I can sit there for 5 and I just get up. You know what I'm saying? That's my problem. Is trying to sit there and be quiet.
Yeah, it is a struggle, brother, no doubt, man.
I'm getting there, but damn it, I'm 20 years away from being a Zen master, because this is tough. But I'm trying, and I think we all should
keep trying. You get it. You get it. Once you get it, you say, man, that's. I don't know why I waited so long.
You for real?
I'm for real.
Right. So you've been there. You've been there, huh?
Absolutely been there, bro. No doubt.
Oh man, okay.
I'm speaking from serious experience here.
All right, we're going to talk off the air so you can help me get there, okay? So now let me go back to capitalism, because we do need to chill out and relax and do the meditation. But like I said before, people say, that's nice, man, but I need money. It's nice to meditate, but my bills are due the first of the month.
Yes, yes.
Well, so with the meditation,
There's really there's no contradiction between that. There's, in fact, you can clear up your intentions a lot better if you meditate away. If you take time to meditate and understand a lot of the extraneous concerns that keep you away from being productive and from being efficient. A lot of that is just our own hang-ups that keep routine and habitual hang-ups. We're addicted to our perspective of reality. I mean, that's our most I guess you could say it's our most constricting identity, and that is, it's our interpretation of reality, and it's cultural conditioning that gets us there, and it's difficult to get rid of that. It's like getting rid of a Jones. So it ain't easy. I understand when you say it's hard. It's certainly not easy. But once you begin to do it and understand how to do it, it is enormously satisfactory.
And that means whether you're a millionaire or you paycheck to paycheck, you're better off meditating, right?
Yeah, exactly, man. Because but first of all, one of the things about, well, I won't get into that. But yeah, it helps. If you meditate, it helps clear up a lot of your activities. It helps you act with a lot more clarity, and you're not lured into negative diversions as much.
So I sure wish you had a church. I would go to your church or temple and bow down and genuflect and all in front of the altar of Salim Muwakkil.
I would reject you if you did that.
I know, man. I do it. You're the man. Can I ask you to come back in the next few months or so and do it?
Sure, man.
We'll talk about geopolitical stuff, or maybe Donald Trump. And
sir.
And there's a lot of folks probably doing some serious meditating during this Trump era.
I'm telling you, man. He provokes a lot of meditation.
Yeah. Salim Muwakkil, has been a pleasure. I'll put some links on the bottom of this video so people come check your radio show out and your writings and everything else and all your video appearances. Salim Muwakkil, thank you so much.
Thank you, Mark.